Hello, everyone. I'm sorry. Hello, Buttercups. Thank you for joining today. It's not going to be a long one because I was called in for my second job. Yeah, it's great. Luckily, I moved it like a week ago to 11 a.m. Pacific time because I did have it at 3, and that I would have had to cancel overall. So at least we can do 1 hour or maybe less. I'm kind of just slightly present. It's been a very long week, not just because of the weather, but also full-time job stuff. It ramps up in the beginning of the year, but like not really the 2nd of January. It starts on the 9th. So there was a slight break and then you just jump into the huge workload. So that was lovely. And then, yeah, I had to get called in on a lovely Saturday and Sunday. It's nice. I went to bed early last night and I only got, well, actually, I got a good amount of reading done for the Guncle, which is, who wrote it? Stephen Rowley. I'm so bad at remembering author names and sometimes even titles. I don't know why. I think I'm just so focused reading that after a certain point, I don't look at the cover because I've looked at the cover. Ooh, it's very pretty. And then I just dive in and I don't even know anymore. But I am also really focused on editing, proofreading, being very picky, because that's how I am for Murderous Fairies. I'm 87 out of 209 pages read, and I kind of burnt myself out a little bit yesterday doing that. So I'm going to give myself a few days break, maybe jump into it on Tuesday. Yeah, I think that's probably my best bet in doing so. So I don't burn out so much that I can't even open the book to go through everything. That would not be good because I need to send ARC copies out. There are quite a few of y'all waiting. Thank you so much for waiting. And y'all are excited for it. And then I want to always do like final edits after ARC readers because y'all can find typos that myself and my editor and my beta readers and my blah blah, they just can't find. We can't find them. But then fresh new eyes happen, and then that actually very much happened for not Murderous Fairies, for Obsidian Murders. Yes, that was the one that had a lot of problems because I was on my Mac, and which I don't use anymore. I don't have it other than doing YouTube videos. But yeah, it just what's a nicer word? It messed up. Yes, it messed up so bad that it didn't, for whatever reason, like save changes for Obsidian Murders. So that was a lot of fixing, and I do not want to do that for Murderous Fairies. I am too busy for that. And I kind of mentioned the passion project in the writing and reading video that I put out this month, and I don't know when I'm going to get to that or if all this year, other than after I finish Midnight Murders and publish it. Yeah, because I have a lot going on, and I might have to consider dropping my part-time job. They just need to hire 2 to 3 more people. I am one person, but they're trying to make me be the 3 people that we're down. And that's not how that's going to go. Okay. I need a break. Oops. I'm messy today. What are you going to do, people? I don't know. But the positive is I'm pretty sure I'll finish the Guncle before I keep messing up the title. It's Emily Wilde's like otherworldly map. I should know because like I'm obsessed with Emily Wilde. Okay, Emily Wilde's map of the Otherlands. Okay, I gotta remember that. That's coming in. Well, it's supposed to ship on the 16th, and then I will receive it whenever it comes. So I have the Guncle, and then also Mason's Television, which is extreme horror. I don't think it's body horror. I think it's just extreme horror, but maybe it is body horror. Maybe it's splatterpunk. I just know it's very extreme and bad from Bad is Rad. Was disturbed reading it. Therefore, yes, I'm going to read it. Like, yeah. And that's for the Messed Up Book Club. So Brian and Patrick will be reading Mason's Television with me as well. It's not that long. So I think it's actually under 200 pages. Yeah. About that. So I could probably do that in a day or two, and I'm sure they could as well. And then it's Emily Wilde's book. And I don't know what else I would read for the rest of this month. Maybe The Omen, because it's short. And so I was talking to Nim from The Secret of Nim. We can't really figure out if The Omen was first a book or a movie. I don't know why that's so hard. Like, was it a book first or was it a movie first? I can't find it. What I did see on GOODREADS for a mutual friend of mine, he said that he thinks that the Omen book was just the movie adapted into a book, but I think is not that. Am I like, I don't know. So that's also really short. The copy is very used, so I hope it stays together. But I guess it could also be a vibe if it fell apart as I was reading it because of the content, like the whole story. That would actually be pretty amusing. I am going to hold off on watching the movie until Halloween. Yes, that is a very big jump in my goals, but I want to watch it for Halloween with my husband. And we just have watched so many damn horror movies and even thrillers that I'm trying to find new things. But yeah, like we could at a certain point we were watching like 3 movies a night as of last Halloween. You get through a lot. You do. Like, even if it's 1 a night for some, like the weekends, no, the weekdays, it was 1 a night, and then Saturday and Sunday, it was 3 movies. So, yeah, I'm just trying to find new horror movies for this October, and The Omen fits it. So, here we are. I just don't know what else to do other than that. Well, I guess I could also read The Haunting of Maddie Clare if I have time for January. It is 31 days, so it's a pretty long month. So I'm just thinking, yeah, let's go with that if I need to. I'm kind of very much on a long pause for The Return of the King. Like, I am not feeling it. I just don't want to. At this point, it's kind of like I'm watching that or not watching, I am reading it in a very scholarly way. And I've been told many times the Return of the King is actually shorter than the other books, but it feels so long to me. I don't understand what happened. Like, what? I don't even know. I don't know. So we are just putting aside the Return of the King and reading books that I don't need to put my scholarly hat on because I don't have the time or the energy and the mental fortitude at this day and age. And like, especially during my birthday month with it's January birthday month. I just want to have a fun time because like everything else is not going the best. It's really not. I'm going to say this Tuesday. Oh my God. Everyone, well, not everyone, a lot of people are having really bad weather. And it started around like a lot of people Monday, but where I am, it started Tuesday. I didn't particularly know that until I was driving. Yes, driving. Amazing. I was driving to my doctor's appointment, which is down the road. Not a big deal, hypothetically. And like it started pouring rain. I'm like, well, I can't do anything about it. So we're just going to hold on. We're halfway there anyway. And I had to change lanes, and that is one of my big fears. And I did it, and no one honked at me or followed me to the doctor's office and got in the car and threatened me because I'm a bad driver. So there's that. Which is also a fear. And so I go to the doctor's appointment. An hour later, I come out, and right when I'm signing out, the wind picks up and it's rattling the windows of this office. It's a small, small office. And I'm like, oh, this is not great. Well, I guess I'll, just hang out in my car for a few minutes because I was hearing that in the doctor's other office, for patients, because it has a window, but it's a small window and it's closed off, blah, blah, blah. And so I didn't know what was going on. And then the front desk receptionist was like, oh, did you lose power overnight? And I'm like, no, I didn't. I think I read until like 10 p.m. Monday night. And I didn't wake up or anything. So maybe I didn't notice. And she's like, oh yeah, there's thousands of people around here that don't have power, or they just got it. I just heard it on the radio. I'm like, okay, I'm missing things, obviously. And then I get a FEMA alert. Actually, I get like 3 FEMA alerts in a row. I get a flood warning. I get a high winds warning, and then a heavy rain warning, all basically at the same time. I'm like, oh my God, why? Why? It's only 11 a.m. Okay, great. So I'm sitting in my car for a little bit because it's pouring rain. I'm hoping things just settle down because 10 minutes ago it wasn't raining. So just sit it out. I don't even know at this point. So I'm just sitting there listening to what was it? Social Distortion, because it calms me down. Yeah, rock and metal calm me down. It's funny. It's fine. And yeah, sat in there 5 minutes. Then the rain stopped. Yay! And then it takes about like 3 minutes to pull out of the parking lot. It's an awkward parking lot. I hate it. I don't really want to drive there again, but I did on Tuesday. But yeah, it took me a while. And then we were going okay on the road. And then people just hit their brakes. The wind is going at this point. I don't know if like the wind started up here and then just blew downwards. But my car started to shake. I'm sure other cars were starting to shake, or maybe even SUVs like Jeeps. I don't even know. The wind was crazy. Going. Then pelting rain all of a sudden. And we were not moving for a good 5 minutes. Then we were slow crawling. And as the trees were just bending, I was like, oh my God, why am I just so unlucky? So unlucky with this whole situation of driving. And so then we get to, I see the corner where I'm about to turn. I'm almost home. But then everyone slams on their brakes again. And I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? Like, this should not be a 10-minute affair, but it was. And then finally, there's enough cars that go by, and I turn the corner, and it's a side swipe accident. And so one of the butt of the cars is sticking out in the road, and that's obviously why there was a backup, because you have to then go around it, but then it's only a 2-lane road, so you're trying not to sideswipe the cars going the opposite direction. Great. And yeah, like a 5-minute drive took almost 20 minutes. What is this? What? And I get home and I am just shaking at this point because the car the whole time was also shaking. I'm mimicking what was happening. And that was not a good day for the rest of the time and into the night. The weather is atrocious. And on, was it Wednesday night, it had a nice dusting. Very cute. Thank you so much. But then because it's a dusting, the roads and sidewalks are not clear, and so it's just ice now. Yes. So I'm getting a ride to work. I am not walking. I do not want to. I don't want to fall on my butt and then like injure myself even more, because I just got over sciatica and a bulging disc in my lower back. I don't need another issue. Good morning, Patrick. Patrick is the person I always mention for the Messed Up Book Club. It's an interesting morning. I am sleepy. I'm going into work, but yeah, they're not going to get me for the rest of the month. They called me in when I said I'm only working Sunday. So I don't know if they'll be happy with that, but you need to hire more people. And I'm really tired. I have not been working all that much lately regarding writing. I have been editing off and on. It's just not enough for me. So I need to take the rest of January off. And I've said that, so let's see how that goes. But the reading, I am not reading as much either because I want to retain what I'm reading. And I don't think I am at a certain point. I went to bed at 9 p.m. yesterday. And you might say, well, that's not that bad. Or maybe it's early. It's early for me. I usually go to bed at 10 or 10:30 because I'm reading, but I was not seeing the words on the page for the Guncle. And I really like the Guncle. It's probably, I'm going to say 99% sure that is going to be a 5-star read. And that's the first 5-star read in January. Isn't that kind of sad? Because I've read 7 other books. No, wait, I DNF'd the Filippo Gregory book, and I did not rate it. So there's that. But I'm going to check. The other ones I did read, right? Yes, I only DNF'd Wide Acre. And then so I did not rate Skin, Nuclear War Survival, and The Gambler Grimoire. for various reasons. Skin was like, what did I just read? I can't read it. It's just gonna be red. I don't even know. Nuclear war survival. I already knew everything in there. That doesn't mean it's bad. It's just I just knew what was going on already. And then the Gambler Grimoire. I knew it was set for, what was it? I knew it was magical academia, but when you're waving around wands as like a 40-year-old, I don't know. I cannot. That's not to say it was bad. I just can't rate it because I am not an academia person. So, no, thank you. It wasn't poorly written. I read to the end for who done it because it's a mystery, right? So it's an urban fantasy mystery magical academia book series. I got that's so long. But yes, I did not like Harry Potter. I read the first book with my grandmother. Was it like 2001 or something? And I thought it sucked. And actually, my grandma was like, well, this isn't very great. And that's when, like, was that the first or second or whatever movie came out? The movies are better than the book. I don't care. Even the movies, I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I don't rewatch them or anything. I've seen them all, but I didn't go to the movies. I just waited until they came out. It's not really that big of a deal. But yeah, I should have realized I am not a magical academia or academy, whatever you want to say, for my tastes. So that's a me thing, not a BR King Solver thing. I have to look to see if they write something other than magical academia, but I don't know if they do. You already have more 5-star books in January than I will have this year. Are you saying that you read books that you know are not going to be 5-star reads, or you don't rate? I'm concerned. You should read 5-star books, or at least 4-star. Get them in your soul. Skin was certainly something. Therefore, I had no idea how to rate that, and I wasn't going to try. So it's just there. I read it, but I didn't rate it on Goodreads. Hi, John. Well, I was trying to not read good afternoon, but I was also trying to read your name, John. Jeez, maybe this isn't going to be an hour. Maybe it's going to be lower, and I'm going to need more coffee. And then when I get to my work at like 12:30 or whatever, then I'm going to have even more coffee because I'm not here. Good afternoon. I'm still in the morning, but yeah, almost in the afternoon. I'm thinking of when I get to work, well, like before there's like a coffee place. I'm thinking of like a matcha latte. Yeah, that's what I'm going to probably do. I need to treat myself, but jeez. Kevin has about 3 to 4-star books a year. The last 5-star one was already 10 years ago. Oh my, oof, oof. I start out every book at 5 stars. I guess that means I am very optimistic. I've heard people, actually a lot of people, say that they start at 1 star and then they go up or they stay at 1 star. I'm like, oh yeah, no, I don't do that. And I know some people will start at 3, which is average. I think for a lot of people. For me, 3 stars is average. Like, what's an average rating? B? C plus? I don't even know. I think B minus is average for me. Don't know about everyone else, but yes, I know just a few people that will start at 3 and then it goes up and down. I don't know if other people start at 5 and it goes basically down. I think that's, I don't know, that's how I kind of was taught in a way, or the argument from a few professors that I worked with, and whatever, that they start at 5 and then they go down. And then you can argue why it went down if you want to. That's how I do it. But I hope you find more 5-star books, because it just feeds your soul. Yet coffee and live streaming winning combo. I should do that next time. But I was called into work last minute, so here we are. Oh no, 47. Okay, I used to have a huge huge crush on Orlando Bloom. It was like a good 5 or 6 years. It was just Orlando Bloom, and I found him out because of Legolas, and I still have a crush on Legolas. Okay. And then he went into Will Turner for Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm like, oh yes, Lord of the Rings, Pirates of the Caribbean. You're doing so well, Orlando. I don't know what happened. I mean, it could just be he's in 2 huge franchises. He gets that royalty check or royalty checks, and you're like, I'm good to go. Okay, I'll do what I want to do. And that's what he's doing. He's doing very obscure movies now. But I remember when he was, younger, not 47. Okay, that is... makes me feel a little old. I still picture Orlando as Legolas. Okay, basically, whether it's right or not, I picture the cast of The Lord of the Rings in the books. Here I am. It's fine. But they were very well cast. I don't know what to say. I mean, they were great. I watched the Lord of the Rings movies first. I tried very, very hard to read the books when I was first in, I don't know why I tried it, in elementary school. Obviously, it did not work out. I think I got 10 pages into the Fellowship and just about cried. Then I tried again, 7th grade, maybe got 20 pages in. I guess that's progress, but then I just gave up. I didn't cry that. And then again, tried in maybe 12th grade, 11th, 12th grade. I don't know how far I got through that, maybe 30 or 40 pages. Just gave up. So it took until, when did I start that? I will give you the exact date for the Fellowship of the Ring. It's at least probably 12 years, if not 15. I started, give me the info. Well, I finished the Fellowship of the Ring September 8th, 2023. So there's that. When did I finish the Fellowship? I mean, when did I finish the 2 Towers? I'm checking. September 21st. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. I started The Return of the King. My hair is... okay. When was this? Nope, that's not helpful. Okay, I think it was November. Sometime in November. It's not working out. Okay. In my copy, which is somewhere over there, I brought it upstairs to see if I could read it, maybe in between work when it's slow, like my lunch break. I don't even know, but I haven't. In my copy, it's 40, 50 something, whatever pages, because it's pocket size, itty bitty, of just Pippin going around Gondor and drinking and going into bars, pubs, whatever. And I'm just like, there's other things going on. And I am bored. I understand. I know there are some arguments for the idea that the Lord of the Rings trilogy is cozy. But at a certain point, there are other things needed to move this plot along. And it's not. Wait, is it Merry or Pippin? Isn't it Merry? Is it? Whatever. You know what? It's just a hobbit going around Gondor, and I cannot, for 45 to 50 pages, just talking about stuff in a pub. That's me. As the world is just basically crumbling. We're drinking beer. Okay, look, I understand that could be seen as funny, but not for that long of a chunk of the Return of the King. I am now at the point where Gandalf, Gimli, Legolas, and they were talking to the ghosties. The ghosties. They're chit-chatting with the ghosties. Or did I finish that? Damn. I don't even know. I should check before I open my mouth and start talking. That means I need to stop talking. Yes, I might need to reread some things before I get back into the Return of the King. But I am more so just hanging out with more light books. I say light. The Guncle is kind of light, but not really, because the main character, Patrick, which is fantastic. I hope Patrick is still around. It's like I'm talking about him. But the main character, Patrick, his best friend Sarah dies, and his brother, who is married to his best friend Sarah's the one that died from cancer. His brother Greg goes into rehab for a pill addiction, and then Patrick, is set to watch out for Grant and Maisie, who are the little kids, and of course the kids aren't going into the program, so they have to go somewhere, and Greg wants Patrick to take care of them for, was it 9 weeks? So it's over like a 9-week span, give or take a week or two. It's a significant amount of time. And he lives in Palm Springs, and they are at first going through the motions, but they're also going through the grief process with Patrick. And I think it is a good decision from Greg, because it's funny that Patrick met Sarah first in New York City. They became besties, and then Sarah paired up with Greg, and that's just a interesting and a cute dynamic. And you also get flashbacks with that situation and how they met, and then we're hanging out, and then, oh yeah, I'm dating your brother, Patrick. It's so funny. You can see it possibly being weird, but Patrick is gay, so that's where it's not weird. Though I'm sure maybe someone would think that it's weird because, I don't know, make your argument. I don't think it's weird. I think it's like if you find a best friend, Patrick, and then you meet his family, because like you're besties, you are also roommates, and you do everything together. At a certain point you're going to meet the family, and if you get along with one of the family members, i.e. Greg, and you hit it off, I don't see the problem. I don't see the problem. I'm sure others would, but I think it's a cute book. But it's not as light as I thought. Why did I not think that it would be light or as deep as it is? I don't. It says in the summary, that whole summary that I gave you. Duh. I'm just not with it, apparently. That is what's happening for this week and actually last week. So 2 weeks in a row, kind of sort of here. I'm I'm hoping that Emily Wilde's book will kind of really make things a little easier because that is cozy fantasy. Like for sure it's cozy fantasy. Unless they decide to, the publishers and agents and the writer and editor decide to not make Emily Wilde's Map of the Other Lands cozy when the first book was. Please don't do that. Now I'm slightly paranoid. It's fine. We're all fine. It's okay. Well, I need to go get coffee. I might take a power nap because I have to head out at 12:30. So I'm making this a very short live stream, definitely compared to the first live stream. So I apologize. But I am going to do a birthday bash on the 26th of January. I took off that day for my birthday. I'm just gonna double check though. I'm just gonna double check. Yes, okay, yeah. And I'm going to put that live stream up for 12 p.m. Pacific time. So I don't know if I'm going to do next Saturday, the 20th. I am really focused on the editing and just getting out Murderous Fairies to the ARC readers. And then also my full-time job because it has jumped up in production. It's just that type of year. I'm sure other people will understand. Like when you hit the first of the month, even maybe the first few months of a new year, it's chaos. That is my life right now, chaos. I'm trying to balance it out with not working, exercise, mindfulness, reading, maybe writing, but not really. I haven't written for a while. Coffee. Yes. Yeah. I'm trying not to drink more than 2 cups, but today might be the exception. I'm going to have 3. I just don't know right now. Maybe after a power nap. Hi, Barry. It's okay. I'm late as well. It's just, lots of things. Thank you for rewatching. So I will for sure, because I took off the 26th for her birthday bash. I'm going to have a live stream. I don't know how long it will be. I might invite people. We'll see. Was it 2 weeks away? I can't math either today or in general, but keep your eyes out for the 26th and maybe the 20th or maybe a Sunday or y'all, I don't even know. I'm sure we will just figure it out. And in the meantime, I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I do have videos out that are not live that will be coming out for the rest of this month. Some of them are pre-recorded because I decided to kind of save a little time and I batched recorded. So I might be wearing the same clothes. It's okay. I see so many of booktubers and author-tubers, actually just YouTubers in general, doing batch videos and scheduling them out. So I'm going to not feel as bad. I'm trying to balance my life. Let's see if I succeed. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next live stream / video / on social media, wherever you want to find me on social media. Bye.